decided before I start uploading my show to my channel, I feel like a good jumping off point would be this tiny little anecdote. And one thing you will learn about me as this channel goes on is that I love me a good anecdote. So there was this kid back in elementary school, and I'm not going to say what his name was. Andrew. I'm not going to say what his last name was, and no, it's not the Andrew you all might be thinking of. But basically, back in elementary school, I had come up with this idea where I was designing my own video game, because I played a ton of Super Mario 64 at the time, and like the game captured my imagination to the point where I used to dream about creating my own levels. And somehow, like, I loved the design of the bombs in Super Mario 64 so much that I made my own little Super Mario 64 ripoff I called Bombio. Seriously. And I would do all of these drawings and like these crude drawings and sketches of like level ideas and just concepts and all kinds of different things. Like I think a good chunk of those drawings might have gotten lost, but what I would also do though is I would talk to Andrew about this during lunchtime, and he would eagerly listen to me talk about these ideas, and like I would always be back for them for more, because his reaction was almost always, "Cool, that sounds great, wow," you know? And that's one of those things that really kept my creativity going back in elementary school. Now, I'm not going to go any further than that, but the point of this story, and I want everybody that watches this video to remember this, is that you never know how much a little bit of encouragement like that can mean to somebody. Because to this very day, I mean, I've done countless other creative projects and attempted countless other creative projects since then. But to this very day, I still remember Andrew and those days telling him all my ideas during lunchtime or whenever we had a chance to talk while we were in line walking to different parts of the school and what have you. I mean, we love talking about video games, period. And I always said to myself, because of that, I will never forget him. It doesn't matter where we're in life. It doesn't matter how far we've drifted apart, even if we live just on opposite sides of the flipping country. I will never forget him, and I will always, always love him as a friend for what he did for me back in elementary school. Because if it wasn't for that little bit of encouragement right there, if it was not for that tiny bit of encouragement and listening to me, I probably would have given up a lot easier on a lot of different things. Because I would like to think that was really the beginning right there in regards to like where my creativity was concerned. So where this all relates to Dungeon Dice Monsters is that every little bit of this project can be traced back to that one moment. And even to this very day, I still have friends that greatly encourage me. My wife encourages me, even though my wife encourages me, even though she doesn't fully understand, like, how the game works. And she also loves listening to my ideas, because she loves listening to my enthusiasm. It makes her happy, and her listening to me makes me happy. But once again, just let this be a lesson to everybody that watches this, is that you never know what doing that for what that might mean to somebody else. That little bit of encouragement, just simply listening to somebody else, can make the biggest difference in somebody's life. Thank you.